Hey guys, happy Monday. It's the evening time, about the only time that I ever have time to do anything I need to. So I am recording my 18th episode, and this episode's going to be a little bit more raw. It's going to be a little bit more real, and I feel like sometimes we need that. I feel like sometimes we need to forget the sugarcoating, forget the, oh, everything's going to be okay kind of thing. And sometimes we just need to talk about real shit. Let's be real. I just want to talk about some real shit. And I talk about real stuff all the time, but I guess I say it in more of like a sugarcoating, kind of more kind way. And now I'm just going to talk, real to you. So let's talk about some real shit. The shit no one really likes to talk about. The hush-hush things, the things like normal things in life, like troubles in life, troubles in marriage, friendships, and how to navigate through them. How anxiety can just come in one day and just take over your whole day, and then your whole week, and then your whole month. Last week, I had a little bit of a rough anxiety week. I was struggling with some just thoughts and a bad anxiety week. Sometimes I have really good weeks where I'm like, I feel good, I'm doing really good, I'm super on top of things, and I'm getting things done. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm not doing anything. And I'll be real with you, last week I did not do a podcast episode because I did not have the mental capacity to do it. I wrote this last week, but I never did it because I was just not feeling me. I was not feeling myself. I was not feeling like I really wanted to give advice to people when I was not feeling 100%. So, every day is different. Every day with anxiety is different. Every day with a mental health issue or even just in life is different. You don't have to have anxiety. You don't have to have any kind of mental health issues. It's just different. Every day is different. From today to tomorrow, you could be super happy one day and wake up tomorrow and just cry all day. I mean, it's literally, that's how life is. And the troubles that we face, from your kids to your, your significant other, to your friendships that may not be going, as well as you had hoped, or, just feeling like you're not being a good mom, just feeling like, this week I sucked as a mom. Today I sucked as a mom. Again, like I tell you guys all the time, we're going to have good mom days. We're going to have bad mom days. We're going to have good dad days. We're going to have bad dad days. That's just how life is. Nothing is going to be perfect every single day. It's just not going to be that way. And, the worst is when you feel like you have so many things you need to get done and you're just like, I never have enough time. You have 24 hours in a day, but not really, because you sleep at least 8 hours in the morning or the night to the morning. And then you have what I would say 12 hours during the day to do things. And then you sleep the rest of the time. So you don't really have 24 hours in a day, but they say you have 24 hours in a day, but 12 hours is about what we get. And no, we don't have enough time to get things done. When you're a stay-at-home mom and you have errands to run, doctor's appointments, kids' things you need to get done, their lunches, whatever you do, I'm sure you do all day long. When you have a job and you're like, I have to do this in the morning before work, then I have to go to work, then I have to come home and I have to clean or cook or whatever. Honestly, everybody has different things that they face every single day. And it can be hard. It can be overwhelming. It can be one of those things where you wake up and you're just like, I have so much to get done today and I don't have the motivation to do it. I feel like I don't want to do anything. And honestly, that's how I felt last week, because I was just trying to get through my week. I was trying to get through the, anxiety and just the stress that I was dealing with in my own mind. And there's not even a reason most of the time, but every week is different. Every day is different. And when you feel like you just don't have enough time in the world, which most of us do feel like that every day, just remember, what? Today is one day, tomorrow's another day. And we can do what we don't get done today, tomorrow. Or we can do what we don't get done this week, next week. Don't stress about it. Don't put so much anxiety on yourself and just stress on yourself. I feel like as moms, for sure, we do that to each other or to ourselves. We're like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to do this. I was supposed to do that. You know how many times I've been like, my daughter's been like, Mom, you need to take me to the eye doctor. Mom, you need to do this for my braces. Mom, you need to do this. Okay, let me just do this in between the working and the taking care of things at home and taking care of my business and starting this podcast and merch. Of course I'm going to fail. Of course I'm going to have days where I'm just like, shit, I totally forgot to do that, And honestly, I have like 3 appointments I have to make and I haven't done it. I should have done it today and I didn't. And you know what? It's okay. My daughter is not going to go starving. She's not going to not have clothes on her back. She's not going to not have somewhere to sleep. Okay? If you have those 3 things, you're good. You're taking care of your kids. You're loving your kids. You're good. If you mess up and you forget some things, it happens. And people, I feel like, put so much pressure on moms, even dads, to be like, always get everything done. You need to do this, this, and this, and have a schedule and keep on a schedule. Okay, I'm not a schedule person. One of my best friends is the most organized person I know. And I'm like, I want to be like you. I want to be scheduled and all these things. And my aunt, oh my gosh, she's like the schedule queen. She's also a teacher, but she's the schedule queen. Everything's organized. Everything's scheduled. I wish I could have that kind of mentality and energy to do that, but I don't. That's not who I am. I'm kind of chaotic. I call myself chaotic organized, I guess. I don't know. That's kind of what I consider myself. But, this shit is life. Life gets tough. Life gets messy. But as long as you know that life is also beautiful and amazing, and having, people to share it with, your family, your kids, your spouse, whoever it is, it's all worth living. It's all worth loving, and it's all worth the struggles. And you just have to remember those hard days where you just feel like, you know what, I can't go on, or I can't do anything, I can't get out of bed. Just remember that those people that are worth living for and that count on you every day, like, that's enough, And not only them, but you're enough. You're enough to wake up in the morning and put your makeup on and, get dressed for yourself. You don't have to do it for your spouse. You don't have to do it for your kids. You don't have to do it for your job. You do it for you. And a lot of people are struggling, I feel like, not as much as last year, but I feel like people are still struggling. And if you're one of those people that are struggling, I just feel like you need to hear this. And sometimes, honestly, it just takes a small thing to realize how lucky we are to have these struggles. Sometimes it takes something big, like losing a family member, or thinking that someone you love is going to just, get up and walk away, But having these things in your life can really make you appreciate the obstacles, even though they're shitty and they suck, but the obstacles that you have to learn how to navigate. And I'm sure after the crazy year that we had last year in 2020, so many people have learned to appreciate their lives. I know I have. I have learned to appreciate my health. I have learned to appreciate my family even more than I ever have. I've learned to appreciate my parents, the fact that I have my parents, my siblings. I've had so many people tell me these awful stories, and not only COVID, but just other things, that they don't have their family anymore. And I just hurt for them. My heart breaks for them. And I have learned that I need to appreciate every single thing that I have, everything. But that still doesn't make your life and the struggles that you face any less hard. And don't ever let anyone make you feel like, oh, well, you should appreciate what you have. Yes, you should, but that doesn't mean you can't feel the pain and the struggle that you're going through. That doesn't mean that you can't feel the hard times. That doesn't mean that you can't feel the sleepless nights and the anxiety that takes over. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to feel that. You need to feel that, because that reminds you, I have these struggles because I'm alive, I'm breathing, and these struggles are going to lead me to better days. If I'm struggling, I know I'm going to have better days. I know that sounds really silly, but it's true. if you are struggling, you know there's a reason for it. For me, I'm all about, I believe everything happens for a reason. I know a lot of people don't believe that, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. That's totally fine. That's just what I believe. But the fact that you're struggling means that your life is going somewhere. It's going somewhere. And remember, you get to feel the struggles. You get to feel, I am having a shitty day, and I'm just gonna have a shitty day. Today is a shitty day, and that's okay. Tomorrow's gonna be better. You just don't wallow in it. And it's okay if you have one of those moments. We all do. But did you know that it's okay to feel frustrated and overwhelmed with life and appreciate it? You can do both. You can be like, I'm fucking done with this. Excuse my language. I'm done with this. I'm over it. I can't do it anymore. But then you sit down and you remember, you know what? I have these struggles. I have my husband, for instance. You know, say we were getting a disagreement or argument. You know what? Some people don't have their husband. Some people lost their husband. Some people are not married. Some people are divorced. And I have to remember, even a little argument makes me appreciate my husband because I have him. Because I know at the end of the day, he's there for me. He's my teammate. We're 100 and 100. We're not 50-50. We're 100 and 100. We are a team. We will always be a team. And teammates fight. Teammates argue. That's what they do, because you get over whatever you're arguing or bickering about, and then you move on. And you learn from that argument. You learn from that little, disagreement. You learn from it and you move on, and it makes you stronger. That's what I think. I think arguments make you stronger. Sometimes they're unfortunate and sometimes they get a little bad, like out of hand or whatever. But, if you're arguing, if you have someone to argue with, there's people out there that wish they did. You remember that next time you're arguing with your significant other, because it does help you get through that a little bit better. And like I said, it's okay to be frustrated. It's okay to get frustrated with your kids, and it's okay to be upset that, your kids aren't listening and you're just like, I'm over it. I'm done. I'm done with kids today. You know how many times I've said that? I'm done with kids today. I'm done being a mom today. But you know what? There are so many couples out there that would give anything to have kids to get mad at. So that reminds me, you know what? My kids are being jerks right now, but I have my kids. They're healthy. They're here. And that's what helps me deal with the struggles that I deal with on a daily basis, regular struggles that every probably parent deals with, but it also helps me appreciate them. It helps me appreciate the struggles that I'm going through. And it's okay that, when friendships end or become distant, that you still appreciate the friends that are still by your side. It's okay to be like, you know what, that friend, they may not be around right now, or they may just have their, want their time or whatever. But you know what? I have these friends by my side still. I have these friends that are supporting me still. And you can still appreciate that friend that maybe you may not be friends with, or maybe at the time you're not friends with. You can appreciate, what they've taught you, what they've brought to your life, things like that, even though the friendship's ending. You can appreciate that, but you can also learn to appreciate the friends that are still by your side. You can appreciate the friends that are, supporting you every single day as a mom, as a small business owner like me, things like that. Like friends, good friends lift each other up. And sometimes it takes losing some friends to realize, the good friends are still there. And, not only friends, but any kind of relationship, your family members, your cousins, whatever it may be. And sometimes we have to have a little pity party, but then we pick ourselves back up, we tell ourselves that's enough and that we're okay. And sometimes I have to do that to myself. I have to be like, you know what, you're done being a crybaby about whatever it is you're being a crybaby about. You get up, pull yourself up off the ground, straighten up your crown and get on with your day. And that's okay. We all have those days. But at the end of the day, we